It is an era of partnerships and alliance in the automobile space, not just here in India, but pretty much worldwide. And we're seeing a lot of cooperations and collaborations that are looking to not just bring in better structures on the business side of things, but also new ideas to consumers and to the market. One such initiative has just recently been announced by both 22 Motors and KYMCO from Taiwan. And speaking about that with us are the two gentlemen representing both of these brands, Parveen Kharb and Alan Ko. It's great to have both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you and congratulations on your partnership. First up, I'm going to, of course, first come straight to you and ask you, Parveen, about the whole idea of 22. It's something that you have introduced to us a while back. We've been waiting, of course, now for your first product as well to hit the market, the Flow. We've had a chance to see the scooter as well in the past. So give us a sense of where you are as a company today, and also then where KYMCO comes into that.
Oh, thank you so much. We started around 2 years back. In 2016, the idea to go electric come to us, and we started by forming an incredible team that believes in the vision that electric is something new that is going to happen. So the transition time is very critical, and we believe this is the time where the transition has to start, and we are right at the time. So in just 2 years, we are able to make the first 100% Indian developed smart connected electric two-wheeler. The Flow, the vehicle name, is very smart because it has got AI capabilities. The machine learning algorithms are running. Then we have developed our own in-house battery. That battery can last for 80 kilometers. So we are able to solve some of the problems. Then this year, after launching the product in Auto Expo, we learned about KYMCO. So in Tokyo, KYMCO showcased their INX platform. And after learning that, we were excited that this is something that they are talking on the similar lines that we are thinking. And they are able to solve some major problems that are not addressed properly. And few of them is range. The other big problem is the product credibility. We in India used to have electric products, and most of these products were imported from other countries. The idea primarily with the electric products was to sell it cheaper and penetrate in a market at a price level of around 50% of what the other products are available. But somehow at that price level, the product were greatly compromised. The other big issue was battery. So all these things together does not sum up, and people were not getting what they were promised to. So when we look at that problem, we find out, of course it is associated with battery, but only battery is not the solution. We have to think about infrastructure. We have to think about how we can integrate all these things together. So there has to be some technology that integrate them through cloud, through smart apps, or through something. So all the things combined together can work. Only one thing is not a solution. And that is how we contacted KYMCO through a common friend, and then the things comes out, and this is how the things are going.
All things fall into place, yes. I have to ask you as well about your focus on India. How far back did it begin for you? At what point did you think this is a place where you need to be?
Well, KYMCO has been looking into entering India for a very long time. And my first visit to India, if I remember correctly, was in 1996. And it's been 22 years.
It's crazy how that's worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have been always looking for a very good timing and a very good strategy to enter India. After all, India is a very big market with great potential for the future. But also at the same time, it's a very challenging market. I would say India is a very unique market. So I think since we launched INX this year in Tokyo, and then earlier this month we launched INX commercial. I think KYMCO is one of the very few companies or the global brands in the world that has taken the electric transition as a very serious matter. In a way, a company strategy. Okay, so we had a chance to meet 22 Motors, And then we felt instantly that 22 Motors was the partner that we were looking for because we share the same vision. We both believe in the electric transition. And then the 22 Motors, they have been working on the electric vehicles for a while. And they are one of the pioneers in India for electric vehicles. So I think together we can really do something different here. We can really bring in the big change in the vehicle market.
But given the background and of course the expertise that you then bring to the table, you know, the kind of products you've always had in the past, and of course now what you're stepping into with IONX, and also given, like you said, India being such a complex market, where things stand today, it's not as if there's a rush towards electric vehicles. So were you clear always that when you did come to India, it needed to be with this electric play, or did you also consider the other products?
Well, I think we are looking at the overall strategy. So for KYMCO's entrance into India right now, the first stage is, of course, the electric vehicles and the electric solutions, because that's what we have a very clear edge over other companies at this moment. And also there's something I believe is what the consumers, the business and governments are waiting for. It is not that people are not aware of the electric transition. It's not that people are not interested in electric vehicles, but there are just not a single good solution or good products in the market. So when people want to buy something like that, they look around and they say, oh no, you know, I better just go back to the regular scooters. And I think that is happening right now. So for us, I think the first priority is always to enter the market with the electric vehicles. But then gradually in the second stage, we will bring in what we are good at as well, the scooters, the maxi scooters into Indian market.
Yeah, I mean, some of them look really, really exciting, I can tell you. Can't wait to ride them as well. But would that also then be, you know, through this existing partnership? Is that how it's going to be in the future?
Yes.
Give us a sense of that partnership. In fact, let me ask you how it's going to, what are the, let's say, the key milestones that you're going to be looking for? I know the Flow will get the IONX battery. That will be the first sort of big part of that we'll get to see.
Yeah.
But how's it going to work in terms of network and then future expansion?
Yeah, like I'll talk about model. Flow is the first one that is actually already ready with all the things. We are at the last leg of approvals. It's almost done. Now we are going a very major change, and it's going to be very, very fast. We are adopting IONX platform. With Flow, we are also working on 2-3 more models. And with IONX platform and the KYMCO capabilities, they also have some global models. So we are just studying those aspects, that how fit they can be for Indian market. So the bigger idea is that our portfolio will increase very fast. We would be having more options to offer to consumers here. So that is one thing. About the distribution, we are going as per the plan of the 22 Motors. We are going to open our experience centers very soon in Delhi, and then we would be expanding to other cities like Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Pune, Jaipur. So there would be 6 cities in next 6 months, and then we would be expanding to million plus other cities. And
I'm guessing these are the 6 where, of course, you have big concentration of two-wheeler sales.
Yes.
You mentioned, of course, places like Ahmedabad and Pune. The IONX platform itself, Alan, is very interesting, of course, for so many reasons. But the part about it, I think, that really catches my attention is how adaptable and sort of easy to put into an Indian context it becomes. Because until now, every other solution that's been presented always involved maybe not a heavy investment, but at least still a lot of physical infrastructure requirements. This is different. And do you think that it could be sort of revolutionary, not just for your 2 brands, but for the industry as a whole?
Yes. When we started,
I mean, you've seen the chaos that we have here in our traffic, and you know where I'm going with this. So.
Yes. I think when we started to develop the IONX project, we had 3 goals in mind that we wanted to achieve. And the first one was that we wanted to look at things from consumers' perspective. We don't want to be swayed away by what is existing in the market. So we look at fast charging, wireless charging, battery swapping, battery rental, everything, all the solutions you have. But we want to look at things from the customer's perspective, and that's why we figure out that, you know, it is not the the charging time that people care. It is the wait time that people care. And it's not the range that people care. It is the freedom that people can ride at any time to any place they want. And that is very important in forming the Ioniq solution today. And the second goal we had was that we want to aim for the mass market. We don't want to be a premium brand that sell only to the rich people. We want to really make electric a practical reality for everyone. And the third one is very important for us because KYMCO is a global brand. We sell in 100 countries. And we want to be able to market this solution and market to sell the electric vehicles in every part of the world. So I think the Ioniq solution is very revolutionary because the fundamental philosophy is that you charge at home. We make home charging so easy that you are willing to charge at home every day and leave the house early in the morning full charge. And this is very different from all the things you see today because as far as I know, the average distance the riders, the people use this kind of transportation in India is 8 kilometers per day. In Taiwan, it's 12 kilometers. And you don't need 100 kilometers range for daily use. And so the way you look at electric vehicles will be different. The perspective will be different. It will become something like how you use your cellular phone. 15 years ago, you charge your cellular phone once a week. But today, you charge your cellular phone every day. And you only need the power bank when you're on the move or when you watch too many movies. So I think we want people to use electric vehicles just like how they use the cellular phone. You charge every day, and when you have the need for a longer range or urgent needs, you can go to our charge stations. You can either do a fast charge, that you can have your battery fully charged in 1 hour, or you can do a battery swapping. And that's how we can provide a totally different user experience for electric vehicles.